first things first, as you know, as I start every video, you need bear tartar. Obviously, it's gonna make everything so much easier. Do it already. I say this in every video, and people probably get mad about it, but it's at the point where like I need to tell new people, and old people are mad because I won't shut up. So, you know, that's man. But yeah, I mean, you can see it already. We are gonna be farming Primal Fire today. Now, the cool thing about Primal Fire is it is used to make tons of transmog. And the cooler thing about Primal Fire is that a stack of 200 of it is selling for 200,000 gold, which is pretty good. But we're going to teach you how to farm it. So right now in my server, you can see they're probably, they're around about 500 gold is the buyout. On some servers, though, they actually do go up to literally, like, I've seen servers that maybe, like, aren't super volatile, but maybe just a little bit to the point where, like, their Primal Fire is going for, like, 2,500 gold. That's a lot of gold for one fire. And the farm that I'm going to be teaching you guys today actually gives you the chance to get an entire primal. You don't get just motes of the primals like you used to. You actually get like the whole primal. Now, the reason Primal Fire and Primal Air are some of the more expensive ones are because of the fact that they're just harder to obtain. As you saw with some of my other primal videos in the past, those videos, you're able to get those so quickly and efficiently to the point where like the price just goes down because there's just so much more than coming into the market. So with this method, if your market's not super low, as you can see, mine is kind of low, but it's still worth it for me to do this. I still do this dungeon all the time because it's kind of like guaranteeing you a certain amount of income. As you can see, we are back, and we are now currently at the farming location. And some of you may know where this is, some of you might not. We are actually at the Shattered Halls. So I'm going to go ahead and show you on the map where that is now. It's right here in Hellfire Citadel. And make sure you're not taking the wrong portal, because you're going to see this portal up here, and you kind of want to go to that, but that is not the Shattered Halls. The Shattered Halls portal is right there behind this gate, so make sure you come here. Now that you all know where this is, and it's in Outland, so you need to get from your capital city to Outland first, which is not very hard. I think most everybody knows how to do that now, and if you don't, comment in and I'll tell you. So what we're going to want to do is, before we even go into the dungeon itself, we're going to want to go ahead and take some bear tartar, which is kind of the normal now if you are World of Warcraft gold farmer in any capacity. You have this on you always. So we're going to go into the Shattered Halls. Now, first things first, we need to make sure that the instance difficulty is on Heroic. So I'm on Heroic on both of them. So the interesting, I want to say, mechanic that allows us to farm this is the fact that in the Burning Crusade, Blizzard did this kind of weird thing with some of the dungeons, and actually a lot of the dungeons, in the fact that, or even in Cataclysm, the fact that they'll have an extra mob that spawns when you put the dungeon on Heroic, and when you clear the dungeon and you get to the end of it and you go to kill the last mob, it will actually drop some primals. And the mob in this dungeon has a chance to drop, I believe it was up to 3 primals. So this farm is definitely quite useful. And it only works if after you kill the last boss, and you have to kill him, so you can't spam farm it. But on top of the fact that we have that boss there, we also have this cool kind of thing throughout this entire dungeon, in that this is still a transmog farm. So what I normally do in running through this dungeon is I will run through here, and I'll maybe kill one of these guys at a time. And I'll just keep running till I get to the boss. Now, there are some lore moments in this, so it can kind of be quite irritating getting through this dungeon, but there actually are some nice transmog pieces if you do want to run the whole thing. Or if you do, like, actually want to farm this the way it is meant to be. And as you can see, it's quite easy to run through, other than the fact that, like, they're all kind of lore locked in the end. So, like, as you can see what we just did there, we're going to go ahead and loot. You will get a lot of nether weave, and there actually are quite a bit of mobs in this dungeon, and they all do drop transmog. So, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe out all these guys for here. And then you just go down there. Okay. So we just run through here. And as long as you have Bear Tartar popped, you're going to be able to make this dungeon quite quickly, in that you just need to kill one at a time. So, I ran the wrong way because I'm dumb. So we're going to run... Oh, wait. Did I miss it? There we go. Got it. Sweet. So, this is how you get to the first boss. You're just running through the whole dungeon, basically. And then, you just really want to nuke these as fast as possible, because the only mob that we're interested in farming for primals is the mob at the end of the instance that I will show you. And as you can see here, it is quite a run. Let's see here. Yeah, we can. This guy warns everybody else, and you have to kill another boss, and you keep going. But once this next boss spawns, you guys will be able to see. Now, in that he drops primals, he actually drops many different primals, and they're all kind of random, if you've ever seen it. Okay. Yeah, so run in here. Just kill all these. All these. Nuke them all. Nuke them all. Nuke them all. Just like that. Through here, and we get to the next boss. And as you can see, he's kind of like yelling stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to nuke all these real quick. We're just going to pick up some of the loot. And you actually have a chance to get a ton of old world transmog pieces from this farm, which is actually why I run this farm so frequently. Because you're actually able to obtain a really good amount of gold, and investing in primals on the auction, well, investing your time in primals normally is one of the things that is most worth it in World of Warcraft for me that I've found so far, in that it's the most steady gold per hour that you're going to get in kind of any situation out of all the farms you could do. Like, it's the most steady, guaranteed gold per hour. That's why I normally recommend these primal farms to all my close friends, and when they ask, you know, what farm should I do, I always tell them that they need to do primal farms. So we'll go here, and as you can see, got primal nether. So we're gonna see how much that farm is for. As you can see, he does drop quite a bit of loot, and all the mobs are kind of following me from the dungeon. So we got a few greens there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and look. Oh, we gotta kill this guy. There we go. Alright. Sadly, I got primal nether, but you do have a chance to get up to 3 primal fires and stuff like that. And you can run this dungeon over and over and over again. Obviously, I kind of got screwed on this one, because I got, you know, one of the worst ones. But I also did get a bunch of greens that I can sell in the auction house, and some nether weave. So as long as you loot everything in this dungeon, you're going to come out of it pretty A-okay, as I'd say. It definitely, it's definitely worth it, and I'm happy that, you know, I can kind of show you this guy's farm before. So we'll kill this guy. This guy also drops some here. Make sure you still, like, not staying tuned to the video. So as you can see here, this guy drops some too. He drops some cool stuff, kind of like raid supplies, but he also drops primal too. So if we look here, we got primal earth. Not the best that we could have gotten. We're kind of looking for primal fire or air or something along those lines. But yeah, so as you can see, that's kind of what I got doing this dungeon. And then I actually have tried killing none of the bosses and resetting it and killing him, and you really can't do it unless you can, I don't know, it's kind of like a trick, but it's possible, but it's not easy. And that's really it for the farm.